something I wanted to put on my YouTube. Just kind of like almost like a react video, except not even really a react video. I watched a video that I thought was so fucking dope. It's one of my favorite chess content creators. You know, no Eric, but one of my favorite chess content creators, and I almost like him more for his for the general stuff than specifically his chess. But I watched this video that got put up 2 days ago from my man Ben Feingold. The reason you're not improving. And you know what the fucking funny thing is? I watched this video and I was watching it. First and foremost, I was like, you know, I dabble in chess. I'm like, what am I on right now? I'm like 1350 right now. And I feel like the last couple months I've kind of stalled out. I haven't really been like practicing that hard. Learn some more opening theory or learn some end games or whatever. You know, instead I just open my phone up and I play a blitz game or two. I haven't really been working that hard, but you know, I was like, hey, I want to know what he thinks the secrets are to improving in chess. And I watched this video, and the shit was so pertinent to Smash that I was like, bro, is every competitive game just ultimately the same shit at the end of the day? And I mean, this is even a point he makes in the video, because he starts talking about poker players, you know, he starts talking about bridge players of other games. Lancer, this the dude who said XQC had negative talent? Ben Feingold? I think he might have, but which is actually funny, because XQC actually got pretty good at chess. He's actually like not bad at chess now. Yeah, I fucking love Ben Feingold. Yeah, I think he gets a bad rap out of all the XQC stuff, but this video is actually goated. Ben Feingold, you gotta realize the thing about him, he's just a fucking abrasive, but he's not like an asshole. Like, he's not like, you know, well, he's toxic in a funny way. And I realize that that's a way that people make excuses for toxic people who are toxic in actual toxic ways. But hopefully I'll just open this video up and you'll see what I mean. I actually thought this was a fucking funny video. He's usually just super sarcastic. I should put it that way. He's usually super sarcastic. Yeah. He's usually super sarcastic. But in this case, I don't necessarily want to watch the video. I'm probably not even going to watch the whole video. I'm just going to like kind of skip around. But I just thought, like, in terms of Smash, because I'm really interested in like the intersection between games, right? Like I care a lot about Super Smash Brothers Melee, but I care a lot about a lot of different games. And I think seeing where concepts like cross over with each other, to me, that's...
And they make bad moves that they know they're bad, but they don't know they're bad when they play them. It's not like...
I hear this and I'm immediately thinking about Smash.
Low-rated players just hang everything every game. And they're like, I never get better.
You're not thinking about your opponent's moves, you're thinking about your own. You know how fucking, dude, you know how relatable that is as a Smash player, man? When I, like, oh my God. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to add this caveat, which is that I think a lot of Melee players these days have gotten a lot better at getting better. When I go on Slippy, I will say that I am pleasantly surprised, even at my level, how long I've been playing Melee, you know, how rich the game is, how deep the game is. I will say that there are a lot of players I encounter where I can tell they're putting a lot of strong concepts together and they're actually playing neutral. But for a long time, this was not the case. I think Slippy, which is of course the rollback client, really accelerated the rate at which people get better in Melee. But man, back in the Smash Ladder days, you know, back when we had delay-based netcode, back when, you know, it wasn't as easy to improve because we didn't have Uncle Punch, people were... so they would just flowchart the same options that just lost all the time. And you could tell they weren't fucking looking at you. I did another video on my channel, which was basically the #1 skill that you have to have in Smash to get good. And the skill, which blew some people's minds. I got all kinds of tweets. I got some DMs. People were like, oh my God, thank you for making a video on that, because I started doing this and it felt uncomfortable at first, but the results were, they came almost overnight. It was looking at your opponent, actually looking at your opponent and playing around your opponent instead of just kind of rolling your face on the controller and trying to do the thing you want to do over and over and over, even if it doesn't work. I actually have a theory, and you know, there's this meme in online Smash, which is that over 50% of players play Falco. And I was thinking about this the other day. Why is that? Why are there so many goddamn Falcos on Slippy? I think it's a feedback loop. My theory, and I've developed this, and chat, if any of you know, for you Melee players in chat, tell me if you think this makes sense to you. My theory is, I think because Falco's got the laser and he's got up tilt, he's got auto cancel back air, and even the way he combos, where he kind of pops you up and then, you know, he can go make a sandwich after hitting a shine and then combo off it. At low levels, at mid and you know, mid levels, whatever you want to call it, net play Falco levels, Falco is the best character if you don't want to look at your opponent. He's also the easiest character to play and never... You can literally pick Falco and never look at your opponent, and, like, you'll do okay. This is also why I think most Falcos kind of stall out. I used to have a joke that the average net play Falco just evolves into a net play Fox. They don't become... There are very few great Falcos, and I've Like, I think Mango's Falco, and not just Mango, but Ginger's Falco, Magi's Falco, Elliot, shout outs to Elliot, like the top Falco players, fucking Bones, the top Falco players, like it's hard to play Falco at a top level because Falco's tools are, a lot of them are about enforcing his own game plan and not so much responding to the opponent's game plan. A lot of responding to his opponent has to be done preemptively, not reactively. And what I mean by that, of course, is I do something to you, you're playing Fox, you can dash dance grab me. You're playing Marth, you can dash dance grab me. With Falco, sometimes the right answer is you should have had a laser out so that I might fall into your laser. Does that make sense? It's hard sometimes with Falco. Falco's dash dance isn't so good. Anyway, this is all to say that I'm watching this fucking Ben Feingold video and I was like, dude, this is actually like, wait a fucking minute. This isn't even just chess right now. You know what I'm saying?
That has to be ingrained in whatever brain you have. The only way to get better at chess is to remember that tactic, not do it anymore, not blunder anymore, and do that tactic to somebody else.
That's it. And this is melee too, 100%. This is completely melee too. And fighting games, right? I'm learning Strive. Fucking Soul presses far slash on me, and I'm mashed in a way that I get caught by his frame trap, and then I take 60%. And then I fight Soul again, and I mash in the exact same way. I'm never going to get better. Fighting games really drilled this in because I think fighting games, it's easy to kind of lab out situations. When I started learning Grand Blue Versus and now in Strive, a lot of my improvement is literally just, oh, I'm in this situation where I have no idea what the fuck is going on. All right, well, let's go to training mode, figure out what the fuck just happened, and not fall into it again. Of course, fighting games and Smash add an extra layer of complexity because, you know, Ben's basically saying you want to take what your opponents are doing, take the tactics that you're falling into and do them to other people. Okay, well, in fighting games, sometimes it depends on the character, you know, because maybe you get got in a certain way by a Marth player and you don't play Marth, so you can't quite do the same thing to them. But I think a lot of the same concepts still apply. And honestly, you reach a certain level of familiarity with the game where a lot of the time, especially if I'm picking up a new character, but even, you know, when I look to push my main, which is Fox, a lot of what I'm doing is like, all right, what are the top Fox players doing? What are they doing that I'm not in situations where I'm floundering? And how do I kind of incorporate that stuff? And it's funny because, you know, I take melee lessons every now and then from Drug Fox, who's an incredible student of the game and teacher of the game. Super Smash Bros. Melee does coaching. And a lot of these concepts I've heard that get brought up in this video from Ben Feingold, I've heard from Drug Fox in the past, which is basically like, I'd say the two things that Drug Fox said to me in lessons that we've had that got reiterated by Ben Feingold in that video were, one, the way you get better is you take situations you suck at and you get better at those situations by practicing them. And the way people practice them is different. Some people never open up training mode. They literally do the practicing in matches, but I guarantee you they're learning from their mistakes. That's what matters. It doesn't matter. I mean, you know, yeah, Mango probably doesn't spend that much time in training mode or whatever, but he plays a lot and he's good at learning from his mistakes in real matches. That counts. Right. And he's definitely noticing shit. Mango knows a lot of it. So that's the way you get better. You take situations you suck at and you get better at them. And the other thing that gets brought up that I think is a really interesting concept is like some people, and this is a thing in chess that I catch myself doing this a lot. You know how many and again, I'm like a 1300. Okay. You know how many fucking games I play where I'm playing someone, especially people that are lower rated than me. For some reason, I can't resist the urge. I'm like, okay, I could play solid and just be up a pawn and go into an end game and probably win, but it'll take me 10 minutes. Or I could do this dubious sack thing that like is going to be super badass if it works. Probably doesn't. But if it works, it's going to be so tight. And you feel like you need to establish that you're better than somebody by playing this crazy way where if you win, it's very stylish and it's very flashy and it's very fantastical. But people act like because winning in that way releases a bunch of endorphins or something and you can show it to all your friends, it's more important to win that way than it is to just win. Drug Fox told me something that I thought was really, really good back in the day when we first started taking lessons, which was like, the way you prove you're better than somebody is you just outplay them on the most fundamental way. When I played Armada, I did not feel like I did not feel like I had a fucking hope or a prayer. Even Mango, you know, I play Mango and Mango beats my ass. But I don't feel like, I don't sit around and I say, oh, Mango, I could tell Mango's better than me because he did all this flashy shit. Yeah, he does the flashy shit. But I also can't edge guard the motherfucker, and he hits every tech, and he guesses right every time it turns into a 50-50 on an edge guard, and he does a really good job baiting me and keeping track of my habits, not falling from my baits. His grounded, he's got a better dash dance than me. He's got better execution than me on things like running shines. Like, Mango beats me in the flashy way, but he definitely beats me first and foremost in the straight up way. That's how you actually prove you're better than someone. You out fundamentals them 100% of the time. And if you can't out fundamental someone, you can say, I'm trying to prove I'm better than this guy by making making flashy plays, but like if you guys play Armada, or when you play people that are way better than you in melee or in chess, you get your ass handed to you, but you feel like, damn, I'm not even ready to beat this guy. Like the simple I can't even touch them on the simple like they're better than me at the simple and so I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. When Armada was the best at this, the best at making people feel this way, but I used to feel like, holy shit, dude, I play Armada and like, I mean, I remember here, well, let's even pull it up. Toph versus Armada. We'll watch one game. Speaking of Canada, this was a Canadian tournament.
A lot better, whereas none is like much more content as Falcons like give up that ground. But as
this is me in green, Armada in orange. This was 2015. And I mean, I'm moving pretty well, but missed a tech chase there, didn't get the knockdown. Armada shines me, I go to the corner, really nice ledge dash from me. I'm moving well, but I'm not doing a good job keeping Armada in the corner. Armada gets me in the corner, he nares me, hits the edge guard. Simple. No flash, simple. Dash dance grabs me, better ground game. Doesn't get the edge guard, but look what he did. He covered a bunch of options, almost got the shine. Like, yeah, he missed this specific edge guard, but you can tell if I went for a slightly different edge guard, it would have worked. I accidentally rolled. I meant to wave dash toward him. I got a roll. Armada punishes my side B. Doesn't get the shine spike, but gets a simple edge guard. Simple stuff. Armada hasn't done anything flashing me, but he's up 2 stocks, right? Wins the running shine exchange. Gets the platform tech chase. Up airs. Up air, back air off the up throw. Up air, back air. I'm at 84. Recovery. I'm able to recover. Armada just... He doesn't care about sending me back off stage. I'm just going to double jump over your side beam and hit you again. Just keep it... Armada keeps it super simple. Tech chase with the down tilt. Up air. I don't die off the top. Looking to nair me on reaction, doesn't quite get it. And I would say, you know, watching me, I've done, you know, in isolation, I've done some pretty good stuff this game. I hit a really fucking clean recovery here off the shine stall. Earlier, I hit a crazy ledge dash. I went for a back air and shine turnaround grab mix up on his shield right there. I've got some good stuff that I'm doing for sure, but like, it doesn't matter, right? I'm just getting outplayed on a very... Look at this dash dance Armada does. Look at this dash dance. Look at the ground game. This is how you prove you're better than somebody. You see the fucking dash dance? The control Armada has over his Foxer, the ground game. Big dash right, tiny dash to the left. Blink and you'll miss it. So he does a big dash to the right, little baby dash left to reset because he wants to go further right, baits me to nair in, and then grabs me. Insane ground game. Very few Foxes even today have, you know, control of their dash dance to this degree. I was going for an overshoot nair, and he fucking calls it out.
It gives you a lot of confidence in the edge guard.
I went for jab reset, didn't quite get it. Back to neutral. And I'm getting 30% whenever I get a hit. Armada's getting 80. And then Armada shine. That was very new back then, by the way. 2015. Armada shines were that new hotness. Look at me. I'm actually confused in the camera. What was that? Oh, no, I'm not confused. I'm impressed. Look how impressed I am.
Oh, and that shine spike.
I'm impressed.
He gets him in the...
And then I do the my B, the chillin' dude my B. You guys can't see the camera that well because the text chat's over it, but
right on top of his head.
He gets him in the...
Dude, that's the my B. I'm about to get my beat. I mean, if this was his first to 5, this would have been a my B. And yeah, you watch that whole game, and it's not about Armada doing anything flashy. Like, it's impressive. Me in particular, that dash dance he did, like, I'm like, holy fuck, that was a clean ass dash dance, bro. This dash dance right here, like, this can't be taught. This is the where was the dash dance? Right here, right? When I was at 0? That's that shit you can't teach. That's the shit that can't be taught. It can't be taught, but it's also, you're not born with it. This is the shit that has to be grinded. Like, this degree of control with your character, you just have to, this is just work. This is just hard work. And Mango can do this, and it's not because he was born with it. And Armada can do this, and I can't, you know? And yeah, this is how you prove you're better than somebody. And I came out of this, and I'm not saying to myself, like, man, Armada is doing all this tech skill stuff that I can't do. I'm just like, he's just better than me. And this is how you really prove you're better than somebody. And yeah, this is something that Ben Feingold also talks about in this video. Like, talks about how, like, people think you need to do all this crazy shit to prove you're better than somebody. You don't. You just fucking trade down in a winning end game and then beat him in the end game. It's the same shit. At the end of the day, we used to say, you go tell the TO doesn't give a fuck about how close the games were. The TO wants to know who moves on in the bracket. You know what I'm saying? I always prefer some solid gameplay over the flashy stuff, but flashy stuff that comes from playing solid, now that's the real nirvana. Well, exactly. Yeah, no, exactly. The playing solid, I mean, you got to realize playing solid is what gets you your openings, and getting a bunch of openings is going to let you do some cool shit and stun on your opponents. But I think new players and, you know, YouTube viewers and stuff like that, they watch that and they say, oh, the best players are doing all this flashy stuff, so that's what I should do. But what they miss is like, no, the best players are winning ground game consistently. And they got that consistently. And that's what's letting them do the flashy stuff. But the flashy stuff is what they get to do. They earn that because they got better new. And that's what people miss. Zane, yeah, Zane's the perfect example. Like, people are like, oh, Zane's boy, he just wins ground game and he just dash dances you out and he, you know, he's whatever. He's got no sauce and all this shit. And then people forget that, like, here, let me see if I can find. People forget about this shit. This shit right here, right? Against fucking Bobby. This shit blew my guy. Manga, this is what Manga responded, like, oh, fuck. Like, you got it like that. This shit right here was fucking crazy. Like, what the f, dude? What the f, dude? I mean, this is the shit you earn the right to do. You earn the right to do this shit. Oh, this is the shit that ends careers, man. And yeah, like Zane, if you remember Zane in 2018, he dashed you out, he dash danced you out, and he spaced outside of you, and he grabbed you, and he did kind of whatever, you call him boring, but he did very effective combos that killed you. And then this is Zane in 2021. So it's kind of like, but if you watch this and you go, oh, well, if I want to be as good as Zane, I got to practice this. No, that's not the takeaway. This is the shit you get to do when you're fucking goated. Works the same way with Mango, honestly. I remember back in the day, you know, back in the day when Mango was really coming up, there was so much talk about like Mango's mind games, you know, the old dichotomy. And none of you Zoomers remember this, but the old dichotomy was, because Mango's a pup player, it was Mango's mind games, Mewtwo King's tech skill. And then Mango said, well, let me show you that I'm going to out-tech skill you too. But that was how it started, was people used to draw that comparison. They're like, oh, what's better? Mango's literally Smashboard threads. This was like, you know, before we had Reddit, it was like Smashboard threads in 2007. So what's better? Mango's mind games or Mewtwo King's tech skills? Like, shut the fuck up. That's a stupid question. But you unlock the stylish. This is the most brutally I've ever seen someone get sauced on, by the way. This is your ankles getting broken. This is your ankles getting evaporated into deconstructed into their constituent particles. You know, this isn't broken. You know, there's no, this is just like Thanos snapped his fingers and your ankles just melted off your leg. I don't even know what to say about this. This shit was so crazy. This was so crazy. This was like the fucking melee clip. That when I saw this clip, I was like, dude, this guy's got to be stopped. Hey, and Mango stopped him. So good stuff. But anyway, it's even worse than his stock. Yeah, no, it's everything. He's got 4 stocks. He's at 32%. It's bad, man. It's bad. This clip too, by the way, Zane had another clip up here. This one was hyped too, though. This one was hyped too. Hang on a minute. This one was hyped too. This was crazy. This was also, I believe, on S2J. Oh my god. It's the way he kills him. Off the fucking side with the weak up B. That's corner carry. God damn, dude. I've never seen that move kill like that. Yeah, I can't imagine doing this. Holy f. Yeah, I mean, but and this is chess too, right? Like the fucking best, like the flashiest players, you know, you'll watch fucking Daniil Dubov banter blitz, right? Yeah, Dubov is fucking crazy, and you know, he plays brilliancies and all this stuff, but like he also knows more theory than you do. He can play boring chess too, right? And you have to, like, I think this is just every game. I can't think of any game where, like, I think every game, at least every game worth playing, like being good at the boring shit unlocks doing the flashy shit. And that's just fucking how it is. That's just how you get good at games. When you want to get good, you imposing artificial. I know so many players, man. I remember some Spice out. I remember a Fox player, NorCal Fox player. I don't want to name him. But great guy. I don't want to put him on blast, but I remember he had a power ranked Falco player in tournament, 1-1, and he had a grab. Could have been the set winning grab on Final Destination, game 3 of the set. Best of 3, so it's the final game. Gets an up throw, not a mod. Gets an up throw, and he goes for some stupid fucking Nair combo that doesn't really work. I'm sure he saw like Lucky do it on stream in a friendly one time. And I was like, bro, just fucking this would have been your first PR win, man. What the fuck are you doing? I was like, just fucking chain grab him, bro, or at least up throw up smash, right? Like, and I talked to him after the set, and I was like, why didn't you chain grab him, or why didn't you up throw up smash him? And he's like, oh, I don't wanna up throw up, I don't want to chain grab, man. It goes against my code or some shit, And I'm like, that's why you took the L, bro. And let me tell you, this was many years ago. This was 7 or 8 years ago. I don't think he ever got a win on a power rank player. I don't think he ever got one of those wins. I think that was it. I think that was his moment. And he decided, you know what? My little creed that I invented for myself, because you watch, you watch, Scorpidorp, right? You watch Scorpion Master, Scorpion Master doesn't cape and all this shit. But dude, Mango gets to be that because he's fucking Mango, bro. That's what you don't get. When Mango goes Mario, and he says Scorp doesn't cape, Mango's got the accolades, okay? Mango's got the trophies. Mango's got the plaques. He gets to do that shit because he's Mango. You're coming out here, and this was the first time you would have ever beaten a ranked player. This was going to be your career win. And you decided in that moment, in tournament, and you had to go tell the TO later what the set result was. And you could have chain grabbed, or you did some weird up throw Nair thing at 20 that, by the way, doesn't even fucking put them in a tumble. So don't talk to me because it doesn't even combo. It's not even a true combo. And that was going to be your career win. And you decided that your arbitrary rule that you set for yourself that no one gives a fuck about except for you. Yeah, that will halt improvement. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's just, and it did, because I, am still a part of the Melee community, and I just don't, so it is what it is. But hey, I mean, I get it. There's all kinds of different players, and people, we got Borp who doesn't want to learn advanced tech. A lot of players that have their own, yeah, that's the beauty of Melee. That's the beauty of Melee. That's the beauty of a lot of competitive games. And this is a caveat I want to put at the end. If that's you and you're happy being that, and that's what you want to represent, and that's what you want to represent you, then, and you want to live by your rules and die by your rules, that's the beauty of Melee, is you get to do that. You get to be the guy. Mock Dash was a Falcon player in Japan who actually was a top fucking Falcon player, and his rule was he would never edge hog anybody. He would never grab the ledge and edge hog you. He would always do an error for the ledge, or he would stomp the ledge, or he would or he would do something else. He never edge hogged you. He would not take it. Ever. And he was great. He won tournaments. Okay? And you get to do that in Melee. Melee is a custom enough game that you get to do that. TLDR, if that's what you want, if you want that to be you, you can do that. And you get to be that, but don't do that. Don't come up with all these, arbitrary imposed rules that you came up with for yourself. I gotta be Mr. Cool Guy all the goddamn time. And then you turn around and you ask people, why am I not getting better? Why am I not seeing results? I better not get you emo posting on Twitter, making all these tweets about how, I feel like Melee, I haven't improved in a while, and just thinking about, all this stuff. I better not catch you making those emo tweets, because if you're making those emo tweets and you're also deciding you want to up throw, be the cool guy that up throw Nairs at 20 instead of up throw up smashing or chain grabbing, then I would call that cognitive dissonance. But anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.